I'm Leonard Nimoy. Join me for In Search of...
And our name is...
Are we ready?
It's gonna. Isn't the number gonna appear on
Down, doobie doo, down, down. Comma, down, doobie doo, down, down. Comma, down, doobie doo, down, down. Breaking up is hard to do.
Oh boy.
Yes, breaking up is hard to do, but it's also big business, as Neil Sedaka should know, because not only was that song number one in the U.S. and the U.K. in 1962, but he did a slower, more mellow, more mature version of it, and it came out in 1975 and made it to the top 10 in the U.S. as well. We are going to be talking about breakup songs tonight. I am your DJ, Jimmy G. I am in the Big Apple. On Saturday, I'll be back kicking with my peeps at Good Counsel High School for the class of 1974. But tonight, I'm with my regular podcast pals, Peggy Sue, Buddy Holly's girlfriend, Bennett from the GR. John, I'm Only Dancing Henley, bringing the big win from the Windy City. Shelly, baby, can you come out tonight from the Naptown? And our very special guest returning to the podcast, Richard, the Thunder from Down Under, Tobin.
Woo!
Yeah!
Okay,
Welcome back
Jim.
to the podcast, Richard.
Thank you very much for having me.
And we are missing one person, our friend Beth Shannon, who is not with us tonight. She is doing the Friday Night Lights on Thursday. But she picked a song, and we're going to hear it, and we're going to start with that song. Her breakup song that she picked was Careless Whisper by George Michael, which was a number one song in both the U.S. and the U.K. in 1984. She said this was not her breakup song, but it was someone she knows breakup song. No further elaboration. We're going to listen to that, and we're also going to listen to two other breakup songs, clips of two other breakup songs that share a motif with Careless Whisper. So here we go.
I like it. You've got your heads moving.
Brings you back.
When can I jump in? Oh boy, there's two songs in a row?
Three.
I don't get it.
We have to play them in groups tonight. So there are batches of songs tonight.
It's too long.
It's not too long now.
Somebody said you got a new friend. Does she love you better than I can?
TJ Jones.
I don't even know this song.
No.
I did not know this song until I started doing research for this episode.
All right, so we're gonna get. I assume we're gonna be able to discuss.
Yes.
Okay.
I know where you at. I bet she's around.
It's got a bit of a Kylie vibe.
Over here. Why can't you see?
Oh, I guess I know this part of it.
You just didn't recognize the.
I didn't recognize the beginning.
You didn't recognize the verse. This is the chorus.
Okay. It's all British?
Nope. She's Swedish. This is Robin. She's Swedish. Roxy
These all
Music, of
European?
course, and George Michael. Okay, that was Careless Whisper by George Michael, Dance Away by Roxy Music, and Dancing on My Own by Robin. Obviously, we're talking about the dance motif in each song. One question I asked Beth, but which she declined to answer, so I will ask vis-a-vis Careless Whisper, is it true that guilty feet have no rhythm? No one has
Where
an
am I going to
opinion
go
on
with
that.
that?
Bueller.
Bueller.
No one has an
Bueller.
opinion on that subject. No one has an opinion. That's what it says in the song. So
I think
obviously you
it's
have
not true. I think it's not true.
well, you have one song where the person who did the cheating feels guilty and won't dance again, and one song where the person who got cheated on is using dancing as a kind of therapy. And then you have the third song, which again I was not familiar until I started doing research. And according to Billboard magazine, did a list not based on charts, just based on subjective judgment as to the greatest breakup songs of all time. And this was listed as the second greatest breakup song of all time. Dancing on My Own by Robin, not to be confused by Dancing with Myself by Billy Idol, which is definitely not a breakup song. But any thoughts on any or all of these three songs?
I don't think Careless Whisper is a breakup song.
Well, it's about
Isn't
a
it
breakup.
about? It's about like the power of gossip.
No,
right?
no, you're wrong. It's about
I've never listened
he
to it.
cheated on his girlfriend, and then they broke up, and he's regretful about what he did. That's
I
what
did
the song
not
What
know
is the
that.
Careless Whisper?
I did not
You
know
have to
that.
listen to the lyrics. Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah.
I
No,
didn't
it's
either.
about.
I thought it was about a careless whisper.
And I think
Yes.
that the cheater,
No, it's
who
definitely
might-
about cheating on. He cheated on someone, and that's why he feels guilty. That's why he's saying he's never going to dance again because he used to dance with her, and now he feels bad about what happened.
What did you think it was about, Peggy?
Oh, I don't know what it's about, but I was going to say that I think the cheater eventually gets their rhythm back. If they lose it out of guilt, it eventually goes away.
So eventually, the guilt fades. Are you speaking from personal experience, Ms.
Again,
Bennett?
just no comment. But I've never had any rhythm, so
Now, also, John, for the purposes of this podcast, we did say that anybody could pick anything they wanted.
Oh no,
to
I'm not. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not questioning. I just think.
But I
it's
mean,
just my
lyrically,
comment is it's not a breakup
if
song.
if you read the backstory of the song, it's George Michael even says that he wrote it about this girl when he was like 14 or 15 that he was hanging out with, and they used to dance together, and then he cheated on her, and that's where the idea for the song came from.
at 14, he cheated on her.
Well, I think at the time he may have
passed her a note.
changed some of his views on romantic subjects after when he got older, but
Yeah, I was going to say
at
this is
the
the
time.
pre-George Michael. I don't have anything to say about breakup songs, but I've got a good story about Careless Whispers.
Please.
Not long after that song came out, the England soccer team were playing at a major tournament, and they decided amongst themselves as a squad that any time that they had any media interviews, they're going to try and get a George Michael title into the song. So, for example, someone said to him,
Hilarious.
"So, John, do you think it's going to be a hard game against Croatia?" And he said, "Well, you're not going to get any careless whispers out of me about that," and so on and so forth. So anyway, yes,
Excellent.
quality.
I've often wanted to do an entire podcast where everything I say is a song lyric of some kind. So I may try that.
Don't you just want to live your life that way?
Yes, that's what I want.
So, Richard, did you say the England soccer team? Aren't there like
Yes.
18 of them?
Well, it's
Manchester.
it's the national selection. Do you know how like you have the USA women's team? Because I always find it difficult to translate soccer for an American audience. Like you kind of go, "Oh, really? What was that?"
And
But,
we are definitely an American audience.
Yeah, there we go. Indeed. So, so the USA soccer team is the USA women's soccer team is probably your best known example of a selection of players on the team. So the England soccer team is the selection of the best of the best, and they all go on camp and basically have a jolly for a fortnight and play 3 games of football. It's good fun.
Yes, sometimes referred to as the national team. Various
Yes.
times they'll be called as
Yes.
the national team. Anybody else on those? If not, we have Richard. Do you remember what songs you picked for this?
Oh, I do.
episode?
I do. I think Alanis Morissette.
Songs.
Alanis Morissette, "You Ought to Know," and
I might be in Simple Minds.
Good memory.
an
Good memory.
acoustic version of "Simple Minds."
Oh, was
Don't
it an
you forget
acoustic?
about
Oh.
me.
Okay.
Do you remember what song you picked for our '80s episode many years ago? It was also a breakup song.
What? No way.
Was it?
What
was
a
it,
through line.
Was it Human League?
Yes, don't you
Oh.
want me?
Whoa! How do you
So,
remember that?
Well, John, there are actually, recordings and records of all these
Yeah, but
things if
who
you don't
listens to them?
remember. Peggy certainly doesn't. Richard,
I
we're going to
listen to
listen to
guys.
all three of those songs right
Oh,
now.
okay.
I know the version of me. Is she perverted like me? Would she go down on you in a theater? Does she speak eloquently? And would she have your baby? I'm sure she'd make a really excellent mother.
The message chat is actually more interesting than the actual podcast.
We don't want to talk over the music. It's bad DJ, isn't it?
It depends on the style of the DJ. Right?
Yeah, true.
What style does this DJ have?
None. Bad style.
Shelley loves this song.
We're going to get to some of Shelley's selections later in the psychotherapy part of this episode.
Sorry, I was going to say, Shelley looks like this was actually her tune before Alanis picked
It's
it
like
up.
this was on her playlist.
Yeah, I gave her the lyrics.
This is my ex favorite song.
This is one of those
my
breakup
ex-favorite
songs where
song.
it is trying to talk them out of going through with the breakup. That's, a different sort of angle on the breakup song, right?
I don't think I've ever listened enough to
they're
know
both-
that.
I don't give it any thoughts. Yeah, it's
I
funny.
just like the
I give it a lot of thought.
catchy beat.
I love this song.
both
Shelley's
great.
all about the breakup songs, clearly.
I used to run home from church to
Don't.
record that.
Don't you want me?
Wow.
We know that this resonates with John because it's on the end credits of one of his favorite movies.
But this version is
This is a different version. This is an acoustic version, which Richard specifically asked for.
yeah, I got it.
The Breakfast Club.
I like this version.
Which is getting remade or something?
Is it?
Please no.
They
Please.
remade this in acoustic version in 2014.
No, the movie.
Yeah, I know. Please
is
don't
it
remake
really?
the movie.
There are all sorts of horrible things happening. Okay, so quickly, that was You Ought to Know by Alanis Morissette from her Jagged Little Pill album in 1995. That was, of course, inspired by her breakup with Dave Coulier, the
Who's he?
guy who played one of the idiots on Full House.
But that's not entirely true. If
No,
if
it
you
is
listen to
true.
Alanis,
She's denied it, but that's
come
not true.
on.
It is.
No,
it is true.
Oh.
But if you read what
She-
Alanis Morissette says about it, right? She says,
Well, she says.
Let Richard tell.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I've steamrolled. She says, right, that if you were the subject of this song, would you be like putting your hand up, going, "Hey, I'm a douchebag," hey, because it's not exactly a flattering lyric for the subject. And so therefore she, the usual kind of artistic thing. Well, it could be about lots of things, but yeah, I grant you that he was the one guy who put his hand up and said, "I think this might be about
Well,
me."
It was right after they broke up that she wrote the song and performed it, and that's a more recent version of what she says that came out a few years ago. I think that after 20 some years, she's probably now reached the point in her life where she's going, why did I ever go out with Dave Coulier? And maybe I shouldn't have been angry that he broke up with me. Maybe I should consider it a favor that I got out of the relationship with
That's
that
for sure.
douchebag.
Well, she made a lot of money off that
If
song.
I were Dave Coulier, I probably would, because anything I do to get noticed is probably an advance for me. The Human League song was #1 song both in the U.S. and the U.K. in 1982. And of course, Glasgow's own Simple Minds had a song that song was #1 in the U.S., number
I didn't know
7
they
in
were
the
from
U.K. in
Glasgow.
1985.
I didn't
Why
know
did you
that
pick the
either.
acoustic version, Richard?
Because it's a really nice reworking of it, and I actually find that the old version now sometimes, I think I probably had it on rotation too often, so it kind of grates a little bit. Now when you've got a song that you love, you think, yeah, this is great, let's listen to this again. But I listened to it too many times in the zeros the early zeros actually, and so Jim Kerr and Charlie Burchill, who are the two remaining sort of main members of Simple Minds, still tour and they play some really great shows. Actually, they've got some really cool percussionists and so on. And they did a whole kind of live album in a church just west of Glasgow called Paisley Abbey. You can find it on Spotify streaming services. But that was one of the really nice versions that came out of that. Yeah.
So, Shelley, would you care to tell us about your feelings about You Ought to Know? Because I will note that it shares a certain anger with the Dancing on My Own song. So we have a pattern here of angry women and men who are like sad. Seems to be the pattern so far.
I just like Alanis Morissette. I like her messages. I like the song Ironic. And I don't know. They tell a story with an underlying truth and hatred, angst.
Yeah, true hatred.
As I said, we're foreshadowing. There's more hatred coming from Shelley later in the podcast.
But it's just like it's a way she expresses herself to get it out. Like it's maybe cathartic for her, and so that's when if I need that kind of a thing, she will be who I will go to listen to those kinds of songs. And then it's out and it's gone, and then I'm back to happy Shelley.
Peggy, any thoughts? John, any thoughts?
Wow.
Cathartic.
Well, some people say that's what breakup songs are, right? They're supposed to be cathartic, right? Maybe all music is supposed to be cathartic. Any other thoughts on this trio of breakup songs?
The first time I heard Alanis Morissette, I was crossing the Kingston Bridge in Glasgow. It's one of the kind of main traffic routes through the city, and the song finished, and the DJ on a station that I don't think still exists called Radio Clyde said, "Now, gentlemen, remember, don't break up with Alanis Morissette. She's really scary."
Yes.
It gets worse. It gets scarier later in the podcast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it gets scarier. According to Rolling Stone magazine, the greatest Motown song of all is one of the songs we're about to play. We're going to play two Motown breakup songs, and it's a breakup song, according to Rolling Stone magazine. So we're going to play that plus another less well-known Motown.
Louder. Way I like it. Now you can hear it. Super loud. I love it.
People say I'm the life of the party 'cause I tell a joke or two. Although I might be laughing loud and hearty, deep inside I'm blue. So take a good look at my face. You'll see my smile looks out of place. If you look closer, it's easy to trace the tracks of my tears. Lonely man am I. Ever since you said goodbye, girl, I know that I should have woke up. 'Cause it seems now that we broke up. Your farewell kiss is haunting me. My two lips cry out constantly. Let your heart be your guide. Forget about your foolish pride. Starting tomorrow, I keep telling myself I'm gonna get out and find somebody else. Somebody that's sweet and kind, who will erase you out of my mind. But tell me, how can I find somebody new, baby, when my two arms keep reaching out for you, and my two lips keep right on repeating, it's you that I need. Woo!
So that was Tracks of My Tears from 1965 by Smokey Bill Robinson and the Miracles,
That's
co-written by Robinson and his bandmates Pete Moore and Marv Tarplin, and of course the subject of many, many famous cover versions by people like Johnny Rivers and Linda Ronstadt and Hall & Oates, and then a less well-known song Loneliness Made Me Realize It's You That I Need from 1967 by The Temptations, produced by the great Norman Whitfield from the album Temptations with a Lot of Soul. A lot of people think that is sort of the peak of The Temptations. Another breakup song, another pleading to take, both of them are in the breakup, pleading to take me back after the breakup song. So, although in the first one, it sounds like the guy got dumped, and in the second one, it's not as clear. He may have done the dumping, and then loneliness made him realize it's her that he needs. Although maybe he should have realized that before.
Wait, what's the second one? The second one was
Loneliness.
that one.
People usually call it just loneliness, but it's actually loneliness made me realize it's you that I need.
All right.
So, anyway, thoughts on the Motown?
Well,
breakup song?
that first one I would have called the breakup song. If you just put it on for me and said, "What's the song about?" I'd say it's a breakup song. It's the first one you played that I would say that about.
Well, why wouldn't you say the others are breakup songs? Just because you don't know
I
them?
don't think they're breakup songs.
Why
I mean,
not?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, because you don't know what the lyrics are. You don't think the lyrics.
I'm
make
sure it's
them
partially because I don't notice the lyrics. I don't really listen to the lyrics.
Okay,
I definitely don't read about.
but you're not
songs
arguing
ever.
that the lyrics are not about breakups, right? You're
No,
just saying
no.
that your reaction to them is you don't think. Of
Yeah,
them
I
as
mean,
breakup
it
songs.
does raise a question about art and whether when you're writing music and it's like if there's some truth like about what the song is, but the audience gets something else from it.
Absolutely.
Can it be about that other thing, right?
Well,
And
of
I
course,
don't
songs
get
can
any
be
of that.
about
I don't get that from any of these.
songs can be about multiple things.
Right, that's
John,
true.
if you don't listen to the lyrics in songs, what part of songs do you listen to? What part of the song?
Here's
is-
another question: does John ever really
beat?
listen to anyone or anything? That is another.
I just like the
question.
rhythm. I like the
Okay,
the rhythm, the beat.
So, so in
that's
other
it,
words, if
right?
we
I
just
listen to-
played,
and the words
we just
matter,
played
like,
the
I might listen to
backing
a word or
tracks,
two.
you would be
It's
happy.
like poetry. You don't listen to. You don't like. You know. It's
You
not
don't
like
listen to
perfectly
every
linear.
word of the poem.
No, but in a poem, you don't read You don't read linearly the way you would read a paragraph.
But
right?
you
It's not
can
prose,
also
it's
interpret
poetry.
what the meaning of the poem is by a close reading of it, right?
Yeah, and there are wrong interpretations,
Sure.
but there are also right interpretations that are valid.
Well,
and there
the
are
valid
multiple
interpretations of the lyrics of all these songs is that they're breakup songs. But again, breakup songs can be whatever you think they are.
And
Right, but if the
and John,
music is more important than the lyrics, if the lyrics are just like a backdrop and the
Well,
song is what makes the song really great is the music,
I think it's
then
the
I could say
combination of the two
the
that make the
lyrics
song
aren't
great.
worth
I
listening
think
to.
it's the combination. But are you saying that you can't have a fast song be a breakup song because the Tracks of My Tears is
No,
a
I'm
slow
saying that you
song?
can occasionally have a song where the lyrics, even if there are lyrics, the lyrics don't matter.
Or you're saying you could like the song even though you don't really care about the lyrics?
it's not the lyrics that make the song.
Okay,
It's the
sure,
music.
I'll buy that.
Yeah.
I'll buy that.
And John, I asked the question because I think there are some really good songs that have zero lyrics. You know,
For
like
sure.
those.
Well, I
house-
said last
Yeah.
time when I used to listen to New Order. I mean, they used to brag about the fact that their lyrics were meaningless. They used to say that in interviews and such.
Well,
when I
sometimes
read
you just like by the
NWE.
title. So what John was saying earlier about
NME.
Careless Whispers, I kind of thought that was about.
Well, first of all, it's Careless Whisper, not Whispers.
Thank you.
but
I
yes.
kind of thought that was about gossip and the damage you do. But so I'm trying to defend John here. But then you take the song that you just played, Tracks of My Tears, right there. And then I'm thinking breakup song. So even the name can steer you one direction or the other without paying too much attention to the lyrics.
Mhm.
One of the songs you did not pick, but you talked about, Peggy, was Walk On By,
Yeah.
which is not a Motown song, but of that era by Dionne Warwick, which is a great song. And to your point, to John's point, to both of your points, although that's obviously a song about someone getting over a breakup and saying to the person, don't talk to me, walk on by. To me, what makes that song great is it has this really incredible piano chord in the song, in the chorus that really resonates, that makes that song
What
special.
makes it Motown? It didn't come out of Motown?
Well, it wasn't on the Motown label. It wasn't. It was a Dionne Warwick was not a Motown artist, at least not at that time, and that's a Hal David Bacharach song. But we didn't play it. But one of the songs you picked, Peggy, was "I Will Survive." But you did not pick the Gloria Gaynor version. Which version did you pick,
I picked
Peg?
the cake version.
And why did you pick the cake version?
Well, I feel sort of badly admitting it because Gloria Gaynor, woman
Of course.
power,
Oh my God.
such a iconic song. But I freaking love the cake version. It's
Okay.
so
More than
It's
Gloria
different.
Gaynor.
yeah,
It's
it's
different.
so
Okay.
like more fuck
Well,
you.
so that
Oh, can
John
I swear?
doesn't have a stroke, and so
You
that
can
I
now.
don't
We have
get
an E next to the
disowned
name of the
by
show.
my own family member who shares John's name, shares John's first name, we are going to play a little bit of the cake version and a little bit of the Gloria Gaynor version.
Nice.
And
Oh,
we're also going to play
pandering.
one of Shelley's songs, which has a similar spirit to it. Let's take a listen.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified. I kept thinking I could never live without you by my side.
that's
But
quality.
then I spent so
not
many
heard that
nights
before.
just thinking how you'd done me wrong. I grew strong. I learned how to get along, and so you're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here without that look upon your face. I should have changed my lock. I would have made you leave your key if I'd have known for just 1 second you'd be back to bother me. Oh, now.
This is so much better.
So
Nice
nice editing.
There's just no comparison.
I agree, 100%.
I used to sing this while rocking my children to sleep.
Rocking them, and you're rocking like this.
That's very soothing.
Very soothing. Disco is good to put a child to sleep with.
Both versions are outstanding.
And did you think this fool could never win? Well, look at me, I'm coming back again. I got a taste of love in a simple way. And if you need to know while I'm still standing, you just fade away. Don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did? Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. And I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing.
So that, of course, is Cake doing I Will Survive and Gloria Gaynor doing it. Gloria Gaynor's version, by the way, was #1 in the US and the UK in 1979. And, of course, that was the great Elton John doing his 1983 song, I'm Still Standing. I was the good fortune to see Sir Elton do that live at the Barclays Center a few years ago. So that was
Nice.
fun.
Very cool.
Anyway, what do you think? This is, of course, these are songs about after the breakup, moving on, right? Surviving and thriving, right?
So that Elton John song is one of my least favorite Elton John songs.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why. It's just so
Because of the
repetitive.
video, because the video was so quintessentially 80s.
It's just so repetitive over and over and over. Same
And
thing.
I Will Survive is not repetitive, but
No,
I'm
there's a
still
whole bunch of
standing.
lyrics. There's a whole bunch of different lyrics.
A lot of lyrics in the Elton John song.
Anyway, I like the syncopation in the
I'm
cake
with you,
version.
Shelley. I like I'm Still Standing. Talk us
Um,
about I'm Still Standing.
I like both versions of the I Will Survive. They're both very motivating.
I like
Shelley?
the Gloria Gaynor one better because it's faster and it seems like
Disco.
you're
It is disco.
I do not
course
like
it's
disco
dis-
myself.
the cake
How
one
can you
sounds like
not
he's
like disco?
drunk.
No, the cake one sounds like he's like,
Yeah, it sounds more like he is,
I am,
Angry.
oh,
you
I'm
know,
moving
trying.
on.
It sounds more like he's trying to convince himself that he will
Yes,
survive
yes.
rather
It's
than
like
he really will
motivating.
survive.
Yeah.
Can anyone guess why Gloria Gaynor? Now, of course, that song's been covered by many people, but can you guess why Gloria Gaynor does not like the cake version? I found this out. Do you know why she doesn't like the cake version?
Didn't even know she
doesn't
didn't like it.
because of the profanity.
Oh, it's only got one bad word in it.
I know that's apparently enough for Miss Gaynor.
big
She
bad
did not
word.
like
Wow.
that.
Good for her.
Mm.
And
the
of course,
high road.
we know I Will Survive became a a big gay anthem during the 1980s.
Well, that's what I want to know. Was the Gloria Gaynor version ever actually popular, or was it
Oh, it
only
was the number one
popular as a
song in
gay?
both the US
Oh, it
and
was
the
a number
UK
one
in
song. I
79.
didn't even know that. I thought
Yeah,
it was
I just
only
said
a
that
gay
1
club
minute ago,
song.
proving that
No, I
not
know,
only
it
do you
didn't
not
sink
listen to
in.
song lyrics, you don't listen to other people.
No, I was texting. I'm sorry.
Yes. Well, maybe you shouldn't text while you're listening to songs.
Well, you
either.
told me to look it up.
Don't text while you're on the podcast.
told me
There's
to look up the
another
outro.
similar song which we're not playing called "I'm Doing Fine Now" by a group called New York City from 1973. Check it out sometime. It's a similar type of thing. I'm doing fine without you kind of thing. So a lot of songs like that, of course. The after the breakup, I'm doing fine songs, right?
Richard, which one do you like better?
Do you know, I didn't realize that Elton John song was a breakup song. It sounds more like it sounds like a kind of get it up you to people he was having a business relationship with, rather than anyone he was having any kind of sincere romantic involvement with.
It certainly could be.
Indeed, I really quite like that Cake version, but then that's because I've heard the Gloria Gaynor one so many times, and it's almost like a kind of trope. I feel like I'm in the middle of Mardi Gras when I kind of see when I kind of like, I feel like I should put on some flags and kind of dance around the place. But Kate, that was very cool. I'll listen to that later on.
Yeah,
on the
listen
way
to
to
that.
work.
Do you
One of
do you have
the
a lawn? Do you have a lawn at your house? Do you have to mow your lawn?
Yes.
I listen to Cake while I mow the lawn.
You're
song.
thinking, how am I going to survive mowing
Yes,
the
like
lawn?
I just gotta
I
go
eat cake.
a little bit
That-
longer.
one of the things truly about music is that the different interpretations of the same song can be fascinating, and it's not really. I mean, you can say I like one better, but you can like them both for different reasons. Right?
That's me. I like them both.
Would any of you care to guess what was the song most played on the radio during the 20th century?
It's a breakup song.
It is a breakup song. Wouldn't it be fascinating if I said it wasn't, and just as a
Can
trickery?
you make it multiple choice?
Beatles?
Because
I
there were
can.
few
No,
songs
we're
during
going to
the
have the
20th
answer in
century.
about 30 seconds, Shelley. We're not going to
Beatles?
wait too long.
How about
So
It's not a Beatles song,
So it's not Karma Chameleon.
but it's a
either.
song you've all heard many, many times.
how about
And I paired it with a song which some people call the ultimate breakup song, because earlier this week I was having Will help me do the test run for this, my
Will, your
son
son.
Will. And he said, how can you do a breakup songs show without including this? So I had
right.
to include it.
All
so
right,
listen
good.
to
How about
these
50 ways to leave your lover?
At first I was
Cake
two.
again.
Song. Hit the wrong button.
Hit it again.
Weeks in rehearsal.
Hit the wrong button.
Uh-oh, you have a lot of buttons.
I know.
Oh, this song. I guess this is a breakup song. Yeah.
You've lost that loving feeling? No,
Yeah.
it's a falling in love song, John.
The Top Gun 5.
Richard just exhaled.
Yeah,
Finally.
this is a great tune.
How can I ever change things that I feel?
From an amazing album.
If I could, maybe I'd give you my word. How can I, when you won't take it from me? You can go your own way. Go your
That, of course, is the Righteous Brothers. That is a live version of the song that they first recorded and took to number one in both the US and the UK in 1965. John, I should clarify that
Mhm.
what BMI, which is one of the two main music licensing groups, the other being ASCAP, said is that that is the song that is the most played, meaning all the versions together of the song.
Got it.
So, of course, there are many, many versions of that song that have been done in addition to the original by the Righteous Brothers. And that's a live version that they did. And that, of course, is Fleetwood Mac from Rumors, which is certainly the ultimate breakup
The best album
album.
all time.
And that song, of course, is about Lindsey Buckingham's breakup with Stevie Nicks. And Stevie Nicks has said, and again, you should take all these things that rock stars say with a grain of salt. She has said that she gets angry every time she hears that song, even though they have played it in every tour they have
Yeah.
made over the last 40 some years. She still gets angry every time she hears that song, especially the second verse, which we didn't play, which refers to her packing up, shacking up's all you want to do. She finds that to be very disrespectful. I just to brag a little, I also got to see the Canonical Five Fleetwood Mac the last time they ever toured together, all five of them. And they did play that song as their final song before their encores. So
I thought you were going to
obviously,
say you got to
Richard.
shack up with Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, that's what I
a
thought.
lot of, well, never mind. I won't go there.
Richard, I think you were going to say something about this, or you seem to have when the
Oh,
song came on.
yeah,
I'd like
no,
to
absolutely.
hear
He's
you.
waking
So-
up now.
So the canonical thanks very much. True story, actually. What are you doing at 7 o'clock this morning? Oh, I know. Anyway, Neil Finn replaced Lindsey Buckingham on the last Fleetwood Mac tour that they did. Neil Finn, I don't know if you're familiar with Crowded House and that kind of. I don't know if they have a presence in America, right? They did okay. If I could play the tune actually, but it's Weather With You or Don't Dream It's Over, all that kind of stuff was Crowded House. Anyway, so Neil Finn replaced Lindsey Buckingham because he fell ill just before that final tour. And of course, they're never going to be back
You're
as a five
kidding.
because Christy
Yeah.
McVie died. That's correct.
They
yeah, Neil
fired
Finn-
Lindsey Buckingham. That
Yeah.
was the excuse.
Oh,
but
did
they
they?
actually
Ah,
fired
okay.
him. They
All
all
right.
finally got sick of him and didn't want Stevie Nicks in particular, but they all finally got sick of him and fired him.
Inside
And now, of
chat.
course, Christine McVie no longer with us, so the Canonical Five will never tour
Yeah.
together again, even if they make up with Lindsey Buckingham. So.
Yeah.
Where was that, Richard? Sorry, tell me again. Where was that?
So the land of COVID interrupted the space time continuum, so I
oh,
can't
was that
remember
right?
whether,
Yeah,
whether it was
I think it
before
was.
or after, but
I
it
think
was
it was
there
about
thereabouts.
5 years ago. I
Yes.
think. I think it was
Yeah.
right before
Yeah.
COVID. I
That's
think.
it.
I don't have that
Okay.
data with me, but I think that's when
Yeah,
it happened.
That sounds
sort of.
about right. And Neil Finn, they went everywhere. Like they did this
Yeah.
kind of enormous tour, like things that
Yeah.
like, you wouldn't imagine mid-septuagenarian musicians would be doing, but they slammed it out in big venues, you know. So yeah,
Well, it's interesting. When I saw them, when it was all five of them, it was at the beginning of the tour. So I think they actually all seemed to be happy to be there. Maybe they were just putting it on, but they actually genuinely seemed to be happy because it was the first time all five of them had toured together in about 15 years at that point because Christy McVie had stopped touring for a long time, and then she came back for this tour, so that was great. So many, of course, breakup songs on Rumors. So one of the songs you probably don't think of as a breakup song, it's often not considered a breakup song, Don't Stop Thinking About Tomorrow, was actually Christine McVie's song written to her ex-husband, John McVie, about getting over the breakup. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. It'll be here better than before. So there you go.
popularized by Bill Clinton, I think, wasn't it? When he
Well, yeah, they
Yeah.
used that as their sort of campaign song in 1992. So, John, do you remember what two songs you picked?
Nope.
Proving you don't even pay attention to yourself. Well, that's
and he certainly doesn't know the lyrics.
You picked one song, which I think a lot of people might say was the ultimate breakup song. And then you picked another song, which is an old standard, which a lot of people would probably say textually probably is not a breakup song, although it certainly has an undercurrent of melancholy. And of course, as we said, anything could be a breakup song. So we're going to play both these songs now. And John, see if you recognize them when we play them.
Bittersweet
I knew somebody was going to pick this song.
memories. That's all I am taking with me. Goodbye. Please don't cry.
Oh, Dolly.
We
Little
both
Dolly.
know that I'm not what you
Same chords.
need. But I will always love you. I will always love you.
This is almost too much for Perth breakfast.
I'm wild again, beguiled again,
Oh, I love this song.
a simpering, whimpering child again, bewitched, bothered and bewildered am I. Couldn't sleep and wouldn't sleep when love came and told me I shouldn't sleep. Bewitched, bothered and bewildered am I. Lost my heart, but what of it? He is cold, I agree. He can laugh, but I love it, although the laugh's on me.
Oops.
And we're back.
So there we are. We're
to
back.
Dolly.
Shaky.
John, you did not say the Ella Fitzgerald version. You did say the Whitney Houston version, but we had some technical difficulties, so I played the Dolly Parton version instead.
I mean, she wrote it, right? Did she?
She
write
wrote it and
She-
originally
I think I knew
recorded
that.
it.
Okay, I knew
And
that. But definitely,
and of
Whitney.
course, she's a big fan of the Whitney version, possibly because it made her, as the songwriter, made her a shit ton of money. The Whitney version was, at the time, a record, topped the U.S. charts 14 weeks in a row, which was a record at the time.
And
back
can I
in
interject?
early 1993. Yes.
And you all know this story about how Elvis wanted that song and he wanted the rights to it, and she said no, and she says it's the smartest thing she ever did.
And we learned that on our tour, didn't we? Peg?
That's right. The country
Elvis, the business practice, and it probably wasn't Elvis himself. It was probably his manager, Colonel Parker, because that was the arrangement that Elvis, he would not let Elvis record songs unless the songwriter would sign over the rights to Elvis.
That guy was a jerk. I saw the movie.
He was definitely a jerk, although that movie is terribly inaccurate. So
and
don't
good
go
for
but it was
Dolly,
a good
'cause
movie.
Dolly held
I disagree,
strong.
but
Dolly
Um,
held strong as a
yeah,
businesswoman.
very
She
smart.
was. She's
And
the
speaking
best.
of which, Dolly is also the opposite in terms of how she treats her fans from whatever John Cougar Mellencamp is, in terms of how they treat their fans, by the way.
True.
And who seems like they are having a happier life, Dolly or John Mellencamp?
It's hard to know when you look at the two of them.
Yeah, no, it is hard to know because Dolly always seems like she's pretty unhappy all the
Well,
I don't get these people
completely
who write these.
artificial.
She's
I don't get-
plastic and silicone.
Jim, ever since you got me talking about, ever since you started talking about the guy Leonard who writes the Madonna songs, and there was some dispute about whether I found myself more and more talking with ChatGPT about like the origins of songs. I don't know why, because I can interrupt it and it just tells me what I want to hear exactly in pithy ways. But I've been looking this up, and I realized when I used to go to Floribama, which was a bar that was on the coast of the Gulf Coast between Florida and Alabama.
Right.
They would always have they would have people playing music, and they would have guys who would be there, and you didn't know them, but they'd be like, "Oh, I wrote this one for Elvis," or "I wrote this one for Madonna," and they would play it, and you're like, I was thought it was BS, and then I've since learned it was totally true that they did, and there were I guess I didn't understand just how many people just wrote songs and then they sold the rights. And,
Yeah, it doesn't mean
weren't
they
allowed
usually
to talk about it.
No,
And
they
could do
usually
it in a small bar in Alabama, but they could never do it like anywhere that got them any real money or something.
Well, they get money. The idea usually, the deal, the devil's bargain, if you will, is by getting your name. And usually their names were included as songwriters, so their
Yeah.
names weren't taken off.
Oh.
But by giving up the royalties, what they were making the deal is by getting a song recorded by Elvis, that would give them an entree to get other songs recorded by other people. So in other words, they're essentially saying, I sacrifice the royalties from this to advance. I'm making the bet that if Elvis records this song and it does well, it will help. So in other words, it's a bargain. It's a shitty thing to ask a
Symbiosis.
songwriter to do if you're managing Elvis Presley, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. There are many songwriters who did that deal and then wrote a lot of other successful
So
songs.
my 4-year-old is obsessed with Taylor Swift, and when I asked ChatGPT about who wrote Taylor Swift songs,
ChatGPT's not a person.
yeah, well, I treat him like a person. I change her voice every once in a while. And you know, and Chat tells me that that she wrote her own songs. I guess I just don't know. I mean, I don't.
She has written with other people,
I don't
but
get it.
she mostly writes her own. She started out writing all her songs herself.
Because the album says Taylor Swift, it doesn't say.
No,
Taylor
but if you
Swift
look at
and
the
Max
they have
Hornbach or
credits
whatever.
for, but
They
she
do.
has written many songs by herself, but she has written with other people as well.
Okay.
And it's credited when other people write the song.
Okay. I'm all for teamwork.
So the other song, Bewitched, Bothered, and Bewildered, is a classic from the musical Pal Joey in 1940, written by Richard Rodgers and Lawrence Hart. Hart was Rodgers' partner before he went to his more famous partnership with Oscar Hammerstein. Do you know anything about Lorenz Hart, John?
No.
Okay.
Nothing.
Well, let me tell you a little about Lorenz Hart. He was a very, very talented lyricist. Rodgers wrote the music, but he wrote the lyrics, and he was witty and sophisticated, probably in the same league with Noel Coward and Cole Porter. But unfortunately, Lawrence Hart was a very, very unhappy person. He was a closeted gay man, which was at the time
That'll screw you over.
essential, and that will often screw you over. But in addition to which, he was very, very short and by all accounts, very physically unattractive. And he had a habit of falling in love with very young, attractive men who probably didn't really care for him, but went along with it for the money and so forth. And he had a very unhappy life. He drank very heavily. And then Rodgers wrote Oklahoma with Hammerstein, and the death of his mother put him into a tailspin, and he was literally found drunken in the gutter, freezing, taken into the hospital, but he had contracted pneumonia and died. He was only 48 years old.
Oh,
Very
Lord God.
sad.
Jim,
But there
this
is
supposed to be
often a
upbeat.
undertone to all his songs of melancholy, as in the Bewitched, Bothered, and Bewildered. And you can imagine that he's writing a song which is typically
About him.
sung by a woman,
Right.
but it's his song
Right.
talking about one of the many
Great.
young men that he
Yeah, it's great.
wanted.
Great.
That
Great story.
version that we did play, and I played it for a particular reason, was by Samuel Barnett from the soundtrack to the movie version of History Boys.
Oh, it's on History Boys?
Yeah, they say he sings
I think
it in
I
it.
saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. But I still like the Ella Fitzgerald version more.
Well, Ella Fitzgerald's a great singer. I played that. I'm not. First of all, you didn't request it, but secondly, Ella Fitzgerald,
did.
hands down, a better singer than Samuel Barnett. But I thought this added a certain layer to the song.
No, the story's great. I want to go see Pal Joey.
Peggy, what other two songs did you pick?
2 songs?
You picked 2 other songs. She doesn't remember.
She's
I
like me. She
picked.
doesn't remember anything.
I remember I picked the one by Bonnie Raitt.
Bonnie Raitt and
The one about the car wash in L.A.?
yeah, the car wash in L.A. That's a breakup song. Go
I
ahead.
don't
Poppy.
know. I did.
Nico
I don't know.
Case.
Oh, Nico Case. I love her.
And Shelley, what were the 2 other songs you picked?
Did I pick one by CeeLo Green?
No, you didn't. Well, you
Yes,
mentioned
you
that,
did.
but I didn't count that as one of your picks.
What?
Well, you
Oh.
picked 2 others. I
Awesome
had picked.
song.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not
know
saying-
this-
wrong, Shelley. You're in
This,
trouble, Jim.
this is the one that I was an
I'm-
overachiever on, right? That I gave you
Yes,
too many.
you gave me
too
like
many?
9. I could, as it is, we're going to run a little long tonight.
Oh,
So
I gave
Told
you
you.
too many.
What?
So I don't remember because I thought I remember.
Okay.
Did I give
Okay.
you Wrecking Ball by
No, you
Miley
didn't. You
Cyrus?
gave
No.
me Kelly Clarkson, Since You've Been Gone, and you
Okay.
gave me a song by Avril Lavigne. So we're gonna listen to Peggy's and yours.
Shelley seems
We're gonna talk
disappointed
about
with her choice.
4
My own
different
selection.
women talking about breakups.
Here's the thing, we started out friends. It was cool, but it was all pretend.
14.
Yeah.
Just when you thought you were getting CeeLo Green.
Yeah.
I know. I love CeeLo Green.
CeeLo Green's good, but this is a very good song.
Wasn't long till I called you mine. Yeah.
I like it when she screams.
Yeah, do it for us,
Yes, I
Shelley.
figured
Do
you
it.
would.
No.
Come on.
I had to actually turn it down because she screamed so loud we would be blowing the doors out.
That's all you ever hear me say. But since
Such a big
This is a great song, Peg.
I love this song.
into the fountain, seen up from the ground. Tearfully, joyfully burn what is left of me. I don't want these burdens that hands on me.
All right, Peggy, your arms up. It's your turn now.
You be my guest, and I'll let you stay. Leave me the check. I'll pay with the rest of my life. Whisper. 'Cause I can't make you
Another
love
great
me
song.
This is a good one.
if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart, and I feel the power, but you won't. No, you won't. 'Cause I can't make you love me. You should've known better to fuck with someone like me.
There goes our rating.
We already got that.
Forever and ever you're gonna wish I was your wifey. Don't act so innocent. This was no accident. You planned this in the end, and now it's over. Say what you wanna say. You lied and I got played. You threw it all away, and now it's over. Just face it, we didn't make it. You bit off more than you could chew. Can you taste it?
So, 4 different women singing 4 different versions of breakup songs. I was reflecting as I was preparing this episode that breakup songs are kind of like the 5 stages of death or acceptance, right? It's, denial, anger, bargaining,
It's the 5
depression,
stages
and acceptance, right?
5 stages of grief.
5 stages of grief. Yes, sorry.
Not death.
What did I
5
say? 5
stages
stages
of
of
You're
dying.
pretty much dead when
Yeah.
you're dead.
Yeah, you're the only one stage of
Fighting
death.
it.
All right, we'll have to clean that up on the remix. So that is in order: Nico Case, Bonnie Raitt. I'm sorry, Kelly Clarkson, Nico Case, Bonnie Raitt, and then Avril Lavigne. I want to say first of all that having heard the Avril Lavigne song that Shelley picked out, I'm going to do my very best to try to not get on her bad side because I think she's scared me a little bit.
This is the first time I've scared you, Jim?
That Avril Lavigne song is something. I think it's interesting because the Bonnie Raitt and the Nico Case songs are kind of like a little bit more on the not so much anger as sort of, they're not happy, but they're sort of like,
Resignation.
yeah, they're sort of like accepting or something.
Mhm.
Kelly Clarkson is more about the I'm just happy you're gone, asshole. I'm not really upset. I'm just happy you're gone. But
Hmm.
Avril
Yeah.
Lavigne, she's angry. She
Yeah,
is
she sounds like
unhappy. She is majorly mad.
she could give Alanis a run for her money. Yeah.
Yes, we should put them in a
Yes.
contest. Very scary.
So, Jim, have
Anything
you
else?
ever heard that Nico Case song before?
I had not heard that.
Oh,
Nico Case
nice. I
song.
love giving
Yeah.
you something
No,
new.
that's a very good song. Both of that and the Bonnie Raitt song are really nice songs. I do like Kelly Clarkson's song, and I'm a big fan of Avril's other work. I love Girlfriend and Skater Boy and stuff
So
like
she's
that.
from Canada. Canadians aren't mean.
This is one unhappy, angry person, John. Did you hear the song lyric? So,
I mean, she's from Ontario. People from Ontario are particularly nice.
perhaps. I have two songs that I particularly picked. One is from The Boss, Bruce Springsteen. Perhaps not his most famous
He never
breakup
broke
song.
up.
He did break up. His most famous breakup song, of course, is "Brilliant Disguise," about the breakup of his first marriage. But this is definitely a breakup song. This is definitely a "You've lost that loving feeling. I can tell things are going bad. We're on the verge of a breakup" song. And the other song is a more recent song by Estee, Danielle, and Alana Haim, which I think is interesting perspective.
You know I'm bad at communication. It's the hardest thing for me to do, and it's the most important part that relationships will go through. And I give it all away just so I could say that. But I know that you're gonna be okay anyway. You know there's no rhyme or reason for the way it turned out to be. I didn't go and try to change my mind, and not intentionally. I know it's hard to hear me say it, but I can't bear to stay. And I just know that you're gonna be okay anyway. Always keep your heart locked tight. Don't let your mind read that. Always keep your heart locked tight. Don't let your mind read that. Oh, just couldn't take it. I tried not to beg it, but I fumbled, and when I came down to the wire, but I just couldn't take it. I tried not to beg it, but I fumbled, and when I came down to the wire, it felt right. Oh, but I fumbled, and when I came down to the wire, it felt right. Oh, but I fumbled, and when I came down to the wire.
All right, there's Shelley making repairs on the fly. And of course, I had to include that great sax solo by the late great Clarence Clemens on the Boss song. Haim, that song I think is interesting because it's a song, first of all, relatively few of the songs are about women breaking up with men, and that's a song about women breaking up with men, and it's a song about a woman or women, because there's three of them, who are not breaking up with a man because he's done something terrible like cheated. They've been in this relationship, it's going along fine, and there's a point where it's supposed to go to the next level, and they're just like, you know what? It's not good enough. I'm getting out of here. And so that's what it's about. And they're trying to be nice about it. They keep saying, you're going to be, I know, you're going to be okay anyway. But really, they're not really unhappy about what they're doing. They think they're doing the right thing for themselves. So kind of interesting. I like that song a lot. From Haim, came out in 2013 on their
How do you spell
debut
Heim?
Haim. That's their last name. They are actual real life sisters. And Estee Danielle and Alana Haim. And I did also see them at Radio City Music Hall
You did
in
when?
2018.
2018.
Do you know who their opening
That
act was
yesterday.
in 2018?
Wait, 2018. Oh,
Yeah.
just before the pandemic.
Well,
damn.
a year and a half, 2 years before the pandemic.
Jim, you are the right person to be moving.
You
to
know
New York
who
right now. You actually
who their
do
opening
stuff
act
there.
was?
Who?
Taylor
Kate.
Swift.
Lizzo.
REM.
Lizzo.
Who's Lizzo?
Lizzo is a
Oh,
big.
John.
She's a big act now. She would not be
okay.
anybody's opening act anymore.
Okay, I don't know.
She's
Wow.
she's a festival headliner.
All right.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Any more
Good
talk
argument.
about breakup songs before we do the outro? We're going to play one after we do the outro going out. One more song
Oh.
to play, but anything else on the breakup songs before we go? General thoughts on breakup songs. Richard.
I just want to say that I've heard some things that I'm going to go and investigate later on. That was good. Yeah, really nice mix. And
John?
I'm actually comforted by the fact that John doesn't listen to any of the lyrics, which is hilarious. So that means that Born Slippy could be a breakup song for all John cares.
Well, it could be. Could be
Mega,
if he
mega
associates it with a
widescreen.
breakup.
Mega,
John,
mega widescreen.
can we put in
A
the
Spotify
description? Can we
playlist?
put like the links to the songs on YouTube? All these songs are available on
Sure.
YouTube, so can we put the links in there?
Yeah, sure.
I'll
but who
send the
wants to
links
watch
to you
it
if
on
you want.
YouTube.
Well,
You have to
just
do
because it's free.
commercials.
It's free. You don't
I know
pay.
we have the commercials.
Well, you got to pay somehow. Anybody else? Shelley, thoughts? Final thoughts?
I thought this was fun. I liked it. I liked the fact that some of us couldn't remember our songs, while others could, and we all have a different perspective on the type of music we like, which makes it
And
the art.
I promise
art
I
of it.
will get CeeLo Green to come to your house if you won't be mad at me.
No, I just like that song, that one song.
I do like that song too, but I thought you had already given me so many, and
I know.
I thought you were giving me an order of preference, so I probably should
No,
have checked back
that's
with you.
no, you're fine. I should have ranked them in order of
Yes.
preference, but there were so
Okay.
many.
We could have done a whole hour of Shelley's songs. She was really into it.
I
Peg.
want to say that you
I think that's the solution, actually. If you've got 10 little bits you can play, because I couldn't remember the first one when you played 3 in a row.
Yeah.
I
Well, John,
forgot
we've
the
all
first one.
established that your memory is not
My memory is
best.
not good. No, because I'm in the moment, man. I'm present.
The first song was "Breaking Up Is Hard to Do." It's
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Jim, you did a fabulous job with all your preparation
You
and
did
no
things
freaking
a
kidding.
for
lot
doing
of
it. But I
research.
want to say, why is Richard's pick from the 80s for the 80s episode the only one you brought up? What did the rest of us pick?
Well, it was a breakup song. The rest of us, well, you could have picked mine was "Tainted Love." That's certainly potentially a breakup
Wait,
song.
what? We were required to pick one song from the 80s? I'm
Yeah,
confused.
I
what you're
don't
We did an
remember
episode
either.
5 years ago with
I don't
Richard.
Oh,
remember.
that.
Yes,
Oh,
where we
that.
all picked our favorite song from the 80s.
But it wasn't a breakup song from
No,
the 80s.
but Richard
Just
and I happened to pick breakup songs. The rest of you did
Got
not.
it.
What was my
that's-
favorite? What was
'cause
my
you're
song
men.
from
Your
the
song was
80s?
"Bizarre Love Triangle."
Oh, nice.
Straight
Good
men.
choice.
And
Okay.
and John picked "Big Time," and Shelley picked "Jack and Diane,"
Jack and
and
Diane.
Oh, nice.
and Beth picked "The
Forensic.
One I Love," and I picked "Tainted Love," and Richard picked "Don't You Want Me." "Tainted
Okay,
Love"
thank
certainly
you.
could be a breakup
Thank
song.
you, because that was really bothering me.
Yeah. All right,
Richard, what were you going to say? Richard, what were you
go
gonna
for
I
it.
was going to say that Bizarre Love Triangle, was that one of the ones that New Order actually just made up the words to? They
For
did.
sure.
Oh, wow.
For sure.
It's a little bit difficult to follow the through line on what they're talking about in the song. Yes, I would agree with that.
In Bizarre Love Triangle?
Yeah.
Every
Every time I
Nobody
see your
remembers the
face,
single lyric.
something. But you know,
Yep.
it is. I'm sure it has meaning of some kind to some people.
All right. Well, thanks. That's a wrap on another episode of In Search of an Argument. Everybody applaud.
Yay!
Okay, or not. Yay. Okay, good.
How come
We
nobody
hope you enjoyed our
argues?
chat as much as we did. Before we sign off, let's share some important tidbits. First of all, thank you to Ted Enley for making this music. He made it a long time ago for our intro and outro, and we still like it and use it. If you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, that's great. We are now also on YouTube, and I'm shocked that people will actually watch us, and we're getting word that they are. But you
Although
can
you
watch
just
us on
dissed
YouTube.
YouTube like 5 minutes ago, calling it down because they
I
have
hate the commercials. Just wait. When we get bigger, they're going to stick a commercial right in the middle of a sentence you're saying, and you're going to get pissed about it. But if you like listening
rather
to
a
us
commercial
on
than
the
you.
audio version, you can listen to us in a lot of places. We're on Stitcher, Castro, Dogcatcher, Overcast, Podcast Addict, Pocket Casts, and even Spotify. And at least one of our listeners has asked us what Stitcher is. If you're not picky, you can just listen to us on our website. But if you are picky, I'm happy to go into detail with you of the unique advantages and disadvantages of all these different podcast players. But
that will be an episode of the future. The unique advantages and disadvantages
I
of
would
various
love that
podcasts.
discussion. It's good. Or you can just ask ChatGPT or Claude. In the sense of shameless pitches for support, if you're enjoying the show and want to support us, the best thing you can do for us is forward this podcast to somebody else and say, hey, listen to these goofballs. We've actually gained listeners this way, although we don't usually believe it, but we the data speaks volumes, and saying something nice about us is unquestionably the best thing you can do for us. However, money-wise, you can buy us a virtual coffee on our website, or you can be a patron, and we love our patrons. We don't have any, but if we did, we would. We
was gonna
we
say,
love
has that
them.
ever
Until we broke up with
we'd
them.
love them.
Then we would.
The
then
link
it would
for
be
those are in the show
awkward.
notes. We're always on the lookout for fascinating guests. So if you've got a story to tell, or if you know of someone who does, do reach out. You can find us on all the usual social media suspects: X, Instagram, Facebook. But we're also on Blue Sky because really, X should be punished, and the people are nicer there. If you've got thoughts, questions, or just want to say hi, we'd love to hear from you. In search of an argument at gmail.com is where you can email us, or you can direct message us, or frankly, give us a phone call. Remember, we're doing the show for ourselves, but we're also here to help and connect with you. So if there's any way to lend a hand, don't be shy. Thanks for tuning in. We learned so much from each other and from our guests. We hope you do too. But until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and we'll catch you then.
And normally we would end there, but before we break up this episode, we're going to play one last breakup song by Steve Earle from the album Guitar Town, but this is a live version. We're going to listen to a bit.
Don't try to call me 'cause I'm taking my
Well,
Well, that was short.
Don't try to call me 'cause I'm taking my phone.
not working.
Don't try to call me 'cause I'm taking my phone now. If it rings and I know that it's a bad. Don't you worry about me 'cause I'm alright. Maybe you run into me somewhere some night. Yeah, if you do, just keep going your way. Goodbye is all we got left to say. Oh! Goodbye is all we got left to say.
Sometimes goodbye is all there really is left to say. So let's say goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
All right.